position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Tulane Green Wave, Human Stadium in New Orleans, Louisiana. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Tulane Green Wave. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Fielded in the end zone. It's Rice. He's got a lot of confidence to bring that ball out of the end zone, but it didn't work out this time, out of bounds at the 16. Little touch pass to the receiver. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Trying play action. Pulls it in. It's Parker. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, they start the season in the top 5 prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent. But there's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year, David. So why not start early right here in week 1 and come shooting out of the cannon?
Shooting out of the cannon with a start that everybody gets to look at, see how good you are. And that first impression is really big, right? Like, you can start climbing quickly and really get a high marks in people's heads if you can start the season on a great note.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Got it behind the line. It's Hill. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Lewis wants to pass. He's looking deep. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Going the other way, and he's got room. The interception stopped the threat, and the return even better as he crosses midfield and gets it to the 49.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time.
Turning it on! Pass to 10. Touchdown, Green Wave! Excellent pass by the back on the option. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
That's why I love this offense running this option play, because if this running back gets the ball in the perimeter in space, he is so deadly and he's lethal. And he showed you right there. This guy's got a lot of tools.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Rice. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Lewis to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's buried. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Finds a man on the left. Still on his feet. Offense on the move. Hey, big play there. Gets it to the 30. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And the Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up 4th.
This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline, and the offense will try to convert on 4th down. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. You know, some people think it's a gamble, but sometimes it's really not. It's just a smart play to go for it on 4th down.
One thing you know is you're only going to have so many possessions. So the more you punt, the more you give it up. Obviously, you're not going to score, and the field position game is kind of going out the window. So, yes, you definitely go for it more, and you've seen more success, and you've seen more points than ever.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Lewis wants to pass. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Looking to convert, LSU comes to the line on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Tulane.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. The give to the back. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum. And this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
The play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And the DB right with him to knock it away. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Using his legs, it's McClure. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. One final play before the end of the quarter. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Looking for the end zone. That pass is incomplete, but this has been a period in which the offenses have shined. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Quick pass on the fly motion. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Power football with the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. LSU quick to the line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, 1st down.
On the run, it's Berry. At the 35, he's open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
This time, he doesn't get loose, and finally, the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Lewis to throw. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, LSU!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Florida State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Georgia. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Makes the grab. It's Smith. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Might be calling a hot route. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
To the air on second down. Lost one deep down the right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater. Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They just keep firing. He tries to take the top off. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Finds his man. It's Hayes. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Making side adjustments here. Motion from the back. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Tulane looking for the fourth down conversion here. Wide receiver comes in motion. On On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Dances away to buy time. He'll pull it down. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. LSU right back to the line. Lewis wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down will be the last resort. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. Looking downfield on first down. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
So now it's second and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Catch in the middle. It's Parker. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Now from inside the red zone. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
You know, defenders have to really understand body positioning and where the football's coming from. And great job understanding that, getting in the way of the route, knocking the ball down, batting it away, making a good play for that defense.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Lewis to throw. He's got him. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the road to the end zone. Picked off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this brief day if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Might be changing the route. Wants to keep it in the air. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Tight end now in motion. Looking to fire. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Smith. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. They'll move the tight end. He wants to change this route. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second.
Breaks into the open. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few. Still some work to do for the first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Eighth play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Green Wave!
Yeah, and he did a really good job selling this, dropping back to pass, waiting a little bit of time, and giving his running back a chance to run down the field. He runs the real route. He's open, throws a strike, gets in for the touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Florida State is just getting crushed today, and this is in front of a full house in Tallahassee. There are children there, folks. They should not be subjected to this. They're trailing by 17 to Georgia. For now, it's back to you fellows, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Berry. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Lewis wants to pass. He's going for it all. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Kick is in the air. On his way back from the 20. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
On the option. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark
That's exactly how you draw it up, and that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
The Green Wave hoping that huge run puts momentum on their side. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Smith. The Green Wave with plenty of options here on second and short. Here's the handoff. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Quarterback may change this route. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on first down. Going for it all. Touchdown, Tulane! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
He'll bring it out. It's Rice. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Lewis to throw. Bringing the heat. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? LSU quick to the line.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his...
Turning it on! And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This will be the final play of the third quarter with just one tick left on the clock. Takes a snap, wants to throw. With the catch, it's Hayes. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game.
This game right now is hanging in the balance. It's tight. It's close. Tied here in the fourth quarter. One play can change everything, and that was a throw that the quarterback wishes he could have back.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with it. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. LSU right back to the line.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Lewis wants to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on third and long. Caught near the sticks. It's Watkins. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Quick strike complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Caught close to the marker. It's Parker. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a fourth quarter lead, but they don't want to leave too much time on the clock for an answer. And they want this defense spread out across the width of the touchdown. Bayou Bengals. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy, and he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Quarterback making checks. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's McClure. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And a great job on the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42.
We got that cheat code on this.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Got a little space. Breaks into the open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better.
There he goes to the right. The 10. Touchdown, Green Wave. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Florida State is being brought out back behind the woodshed right now. This is cover your eyes, hug your loved one's territory. A real shame. They're trailing by 31 to Georgia. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Berry. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Carr. Going for it all. He's got it down the left side. Here he goes. Touchdown, LSU. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's back-to-back plays that are not good for this offense. I mean, you've got to protect your main man. Your quarterback has to be upright to make decisions, to make big plays. Sacked on first down and a quarterback hit on second down. Got to do a better job.
Tulane now facing third and forever. The offense changing the play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out.
Like watching paint dry.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts.
Down like the lawnmower, baby.
Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Starting to feel a little pressure. He wants a big play here late. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Well, they're running 4 verticals down the field, and the quarterback's just hoping one of those matchups can win. But you got to give the defense credit. They were ready for it on the back end, and that is a massive interception late in this game with the score so close.
Huge interception. The 2-minute drill a lot of times decides the football game. And this defense, man, you could tell they were ready for 4 verts. They played deep. They read the quarterback's eyes. They break on the football, and they probably end this football game.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Lewis to throw. The screen, he can go. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that right now.
Fires to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Well, the kicker had a chance to ice this game. If he makes it, he knocks it off the upright. We've still got a 1-possession game.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Kearney. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Gives it on the option. There he goes. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They got the 1st down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some 1st downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. On the ground, it's McClure.
Really nice 1st down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Tulane to the line, facing 2nd and short. Quarterback making adjustments. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
And in this situation now, if you're on offense, what do? Do you kick the extra point, tie it, and hope for overtime, or are you aggressive? Do you decide to go for two right here and see if you can take the lead with just seconds left in the game?
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's into the end zone. The two-point conversion is good, and they vault on top by one here in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Lewis wants to pass. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this two-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Off play action. Here's a throw downfield late. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense. And I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go. So you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep and don't let anyone get behind you.
He gets the clock stop, goes out of bounds with 25 ticks to go. It's a first down. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Looking downfield on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He's taking a deep shot. Brings it in down the left side. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25.
LSU.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. They'll run it from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. The holder will mark his spot at the 34. A 44-yard attempt, almost certainly for the game. Splits the uprights. Good. Celebration erupts on the sideline as they take the lead in the final seconds.
You can't say enough about this kid's poise. You're playing on the road. The crowd's going crazy, willing you to miss this kick, but he stayed dialed in. Puts it through the upright, David, to give his team the lead here late.
It's crazy because it's nerve-wracking. You put your body on the line for so long, and then it comes down to a kick. And he has to be clutch in a hostile environment, and he comes through for his squad.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's McClure. Just refused to take it out of reverse. Got caught for the safety, and he might spend some time on the bench after that. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.